You mentioned technology, and maybe it's a good time to start talking about it in more detail, and maybe specifically automated license plates, plate readers. Tell me more about that.
So when I started at EFF, I didn't have a car, and I did not expect that automated license plate readers were going to take up as much of my brain space as they have over the last decade. I don't know when I became one of the world's leading experts on license plate readers, but apparently that's what I am now. Now, license plate readers are cameras that are attached to like an image recognition algorithm, and they're used to identify license plates, grab the license plate information, so like the numbers and letters, and attach it to a database. Well, put it in a database attached with the geocodes, so the GPS coordinates, as well as the time and date stamp, so that there is every time it sees a license plate, there is something showing where that car was at a particular time in a searchable database. Now, you'll see these license plate readers in kind of two different configurations. You'll either see them in what are called fixed locations, where they're attached to, say, a traffic sign or a light post, and they're always in one place, capturing all the cars that pass through an intersection. The other thing you see is these cameras attached to police cars, and then police cars, as they're driving around, are collecting information. And we've even seen a process called gridding, where police officers, when they're not responding to a particular crime, are told to just drive up and down every block in a neighborhood over and over and over, capturing information about everybody who lives in that neighborhood. And as a result, you have this database where if a law enforcement officer is like, I want to see the travel patterns of a particular person, they can look up their license plate in a license plate database and then go into the license plate reader database, put in that license plate, and get a map of everywhere that person has been over a period of time. They can even go in and say, show me what other cars have been seen near that car on a regular basis in order to build out people's networks. Or they can say, I'm going to put in an address, like maybe that's an abortion clinic, maybe it's an immigration office, maybe it's a cannabis dispensary, and they can see what cars have been seen around that location. So it's actually a very invasive technology that can reveal a lot about people, and there hasn't been a lot of regulations about its use. We've seen a few states pass very limited regulations, but there's a lot more that needs to be done.
But now, this technology, is it placed on, like, it's not probably on every intersection, or does it depend on, state by state, city by city?
It depends on city and city by city, county by county. So it's not going to be on every street, like when they install it. Like, it's not going to usually often be in like residential neighborhoods necessarily. However, so between my house and the big shopping center on the other side of town is on a street called McCarran in Reno, Nevada. And if you get on McCarran, you will notice every intersection has license plate readers, all the way from like the university campus all the way to the other side of the town where there's like a big shopping mall area. And that means police can track you in real time. So if they want to add you to a watch list, they're like, oh, Dave, you are a suspect, or like, we just want to keep an eye on you. They can put it in there and they can track me in real time, be like, oh, he's at this intersection, he's at this intersection, he's at this intersection. And then when I stop showing up on that particular street and I turn down something else, they have a good sense of maybe where I got off and where I was going to, and they can zip over to that neighborhood. So, but we've seen, a common way that license plate readers will be installed in a small town is to put it at the entrance and exit so that nobody can visit the town without getting on camera and being recorded. But we see in some places, some cities that'll install 200, 300 of these cameras, and that covers quite a lot of the major intersections.